Now, let's look at the origin of Israel-Palestine crisis. We learned that a new generation started from Noah, right? And his family after the flood. As the family grew, so was disobedience to God. So amid all the wickedness, God found another man that was ready to surrender to his will. So Abraham was called out of his father's house to an unknown land, the land of Canaan, which is the place of dispute right now. The place of the Israel-Palestine crisis. Abraham and his household dwelt in the land of Canaan until famine took his descendants to Egypt. Finally, it was time for God to fulfill his promise to Abraham, all the various promises to Abraham we know from the Bible, right? So Joshua was the one in charge now, okay? And Joshua said, hereby you shall know that the living God is among you, and he will without fail drive out before you the Canaanites, the Hittites, and the Evites, and the Perizzites, and the Girgashites, and the Amorites, and the Jebusites. All these are the descendants of Canaan, the son of Ham, the son of Noah. So, who were the original occupants of the land? The Canaanites. How did Abraham's descendants occupy the land? Oh yes, they attacked the inhabitants, killed or drove them out of the land, and claimed the land as God's promise, in line with God's promise and direction. So it was God's will that they attacked and killed the people or drove them away from the land and take possession of the land. So Joshua took control of the entire land, just as the Lord had instructed Moses. He gave it to the people of Israel as their personal possession, dividing the land among the tribes, so the land finally had rest from war. However, there were some omissions. I'll give you 2 examples of this. Just first, in Joshua 9, the people of Gibeon made a peace treaty with Joshua. So Joshua spared them. Even when Joshua found out they lied, he told his people, an oath is an oath. And God respected that. I explained that earlier. The second omission, in Joshua 15 verse 63, the NLT version. But the tribe of Judah could not drive out the Jebusites who lived in the city of Jerusalem. So the Jebusites lived there among the people of Judah to this day. And Judges 1 verse 21 confirms that, as he portrays the Jebusites as continuing to dwell at Jerusalem within the territory otherwise occupied by the tribe of Benjamin. Professor Eric H., in his remark, said politicians Yasser Arafat and Faisal Husseini, among others, have claimed that Palestinian Arabs are descendants from the Jebusites, to argue that Palestinians have a historic claim to Jerusalem that precedes the Jewish one. Why could the tribe of Judah and Benjamin not be able to drive out the Jebusites from Jerusalem? We do not know. However, just as in the case of Gibeonites, we believe God allowed it to happen for a reason. So, who has the claim to Jerusalem? This is a very volatile, controversial one. We do not know. Only God knows. Leaders should seek the face of God and surrender to his will. However, if we draw from Bible history, both Israelites and Palestinian Arabs have a claim to the land.